So we are in the building with
Lutenants.
Ah, right. Okay, that's what I like, some energy. Before we get into it, I'd like to give the audience a chance to get to know a little bit about you, who you are, and where you're from. So could you just tell them, who you are, your names? We obviously know Lutenants, but some people may not know your individual names, and how you kind of, how you got together and became the team that you are.
Right. So I'm Garriett, also known as Volcano Junior. Used to be known as Flawless. I am from London, but have Caribbean heritage in Dominica, where I was born. Yes.
Okay. So I'm Darius, also known as Fresh, on behalf of the Lieutenants.
Yes.
Was born and raised in London as well, but have Caribbean heritage in St. Lucia.
Okay, St. Lucia, I've seen a French theme here.
Yeah.
Okay, big
up. Creole
vibe. So how did you guys meet? How did you guys get together and become Lieutenants?
We met through music. We collaborated on a mutual friend's hip-hop track.
Okay.
That's how we met and sort of connected through that and stayed in contact. And he joined a little group that I was in called Lutenants. And we kept on moving, kept on growing till we are today.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys were doing R&B and hip hop before.
Yes.
And then you went from there and you kind of moved into soca. So could you tell me a little bit about how that came about?
Right.
Obviously the misconception is that unfortunately everyone from the Caribbean just listens to either reggae or soca. Actually, that's not the case.
No.
Yeah.
So for the benefit of the audience, could you just let us know how you kind of made the transition from hip hop, R&B, whatever you did, into the Caribbean side of things?
Yes.
I think the first time, because that time that we was talking about when we met on a track, it was an R&B track that we was creating. So the first time that we decided to meet and we decided to create music together was on a soca track that was called West Indies that we had together.
Okay.
So West Indies is our first ever track that we decided to create that was soca music that we made together. And that was the first time that we collaborated together. So I think on the basis of what we created with West Indies, we saw that we was happy with the movement that we was going with within soca music, and we enjoyed to make that track. We even made a video years ago. That was the first time. I think that video was maybe like 10, 12 years old, maybe.
Okay.
So that was our first try at soca music, and from there we've just been progressing ever since, I think. So I think that was the first time where we started to feel like we could do soca music or any sort of genre within the Caribbean sector.
Okay. And I noticed you guys you're quite, with the type of music that you're able to do, you're quite talented with regards to being able to do different types of music. One of the things that I notice is that you harmonise on a lot of your tunes, which I think is quite cool.
Yes.
Do you find that's one of the things that sets you apart from other soca artists, or do you find that it's there are other aspects of what you bring to the table that are pretty much a unique selling point for what Lutenants have to offer as artists?
I think when we started, the harmonizing was a major factor.
Okay.
A lot of soca artists was not harmonizing, was not working on their sort of melodious tones. So that was a major factor. I think mostly everybody now has a little harmony that they can, bring when they're recording. But I think that was a major factor in people actually liking what we do, how we do. But also our writing style as well is another big factor for us,
So one of the things that I have to ask as well is your names. Like, what's the meanings behind the names? Are they names that were brought over from when you were both out separate solo artists? Or, and even then, is there what kind of meanings are behind the names? Obviously, Volcano Junior is a very interesting name. I'm like,
what's happening there?
What's the story there? So could you just tell us a little bit about that? Is there a story there, or?
I think you should tell Flawless first, because Flawless was his original name and he changed it. And I would like you to explain why as well.
Well, Flawless originated from before I entered into the sort of Caribbean music sort of thing. That was from me doing grime and stuff, and I just felt like I had a sort of flawless flow every time I stepped on the mic, doing sets and stuff like that. So that's how that sort of originated. which is cool, you know.
Yeah.
I decided to change it to Volcano Junior because I wanted to sort of represent me a little bit more. Now, nobody really knows this, but the alias of my dad is called Volcano.
Okay.
He's very hot-tempered, and we lived in Montserrat for a while.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's his alias, and I wanted to sort of adopt something which sort of represents me and him.
Okay.
You know, so
okay.
it's a little, what do you call that? An ode to him.
Yeah.
So
a little bit of respect.
I am his son, so I
Yeah.
am Volcano Junior.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah,
That works. That works.
yeah. My nickname, I guess it came
Yeah.
from. My nickname actually came from before I started to do music, so it was just in school times and stuff. So it was just me being fresh. Like I had a mouth on me in school, so everyone used to just call me Fresh because I would always talk back. I'd always have something to say. So
Right.
I think like I just incorporated that into my music as well. So I tried to keep it fresh, and I just felt like it was a name that suited me, and I just kept it from like maybe primary school, secondary school.
The
times.
first time I met him as well, he was just like, he looked like a celebrity. So I thought Fresh was like clean cuts. That's why I thought it meant,
Yeah,
you know?
I can
Yeah.
see
But I
that.
like that.
remember.
All right. So, prior to the interview,
Yes.
we obviously we've Carnevale Network. We've known who you guys are for a long time.
Yeah.
But we obviously decided we always do our research before our interview. We had a look at your YouTube page. We saw a video for Waterfall. It was interesting because obviously you had a ballet dancer. The music was slightly different, but it was interesting.
Yes.
What was the driving force or motivation for putting that tune together, or was there something that you're looking towards expressing to your fans with that tune? You know.
The Waterfall track, with us, the major factor in our writing is we have to listen to the rhythm,
Okay.
get the vibe from the rhythm. And when I heard that rhythm, it's called a beautiful rhythm. That rhythm was soft, it was meticulous, it just had a really slow sort of vibe, you know, and that's the vibe that we brought to the track. And when we got the opportunity to do the dance video, it was like we wanted to sort of make sure that vibe was sort of incorporated. So when our manager sort of said, hey, this is the idea that we want to do, we was like, yep, perfect, do it, you know. So it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful to us. So it's really emotional as well.
Yeah.
It's very emotional.
Okay. It was. If you don't mind me asking, where was it shot? It was a.
Malta.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
International video.
We do what we can. We do what we
I know
can.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
And how long did it take to put together like the whole thing? Obviously, a lot of people may not appreciate how much work
Yes.
goes into putting together a tune, putting
Yes.
together a music video.
Yeah.
You see the end result, and it looks like it's easy.
Yes.
but,
Yeah.
You know, we know it's not.
Yeah.
How long did it take to?
It was a dance group that did it. isn't
Yes,
it? So
yeah.
it was actually a dance group in Malta that was actually creating the dance for us. So I'm not sure particularly how long it took them to
Couple
create.
weeks, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
So it was actually them, but they based it upon our acoustic
version of the track.
version of
Right.
our Waterfall.
Yes.
So they heard it and they was willing to do a dance video for us. So we wanted to see how that sort of change in from the soca genre into an acoustic sound would look like, and again with a visual of like someone doing ballet was quite nice, and I was appreciative of that.
Yeah.
I think, because we didn't ask them to do ballet in that sense. Like this is what they just showed.
Yes. Yeah.
So
And we was
okay.
wowed by
captured
that.
by that.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With regards to the acoustic version as well, I mean, again, I loved it.
Yeah.
Who was playing the guitar?
We had a guitarist called
Yes.
Yeah,
Clive Alcaraz.
Shout out Clive.
How did we meet? We met him through, I think he worked with Martin J's son.
Okay.
Yes, he did some work there and we connected through that. And obviously, very cool guy. So we asked him to come down and play for us, and he came down, started
took the
playing.
beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just vibed.
You guys need to check out the YouTube channel for Lutenants. Yeah.
Lieutenants TV.
Yeah.
It's got all their tracks.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you get a chance to see some of the other stuff that they can do as
Please,
Yeah.
please.
well. Which moves me on to my other question. So aside from soca, so we've got soca, we've got R&B, we've got hip hop.
Yeah.
are there any other genres of music that you guys can perform, have performed, or if you don't mind me asking, will perform? If you start giving away too much.
Yes. We've done reggae in the past.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got a dancehall track on our YouTube page. Yeah. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah, going way back.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's there.
Okay.
I think in the future, the style that we're trying to do is a sort of, I wouldn't say a merge of everything, but a style that complements everything that we've done.
Okay.
So that's what you should be seeing going forward from us. A style that complements the Caribbean, but also everything that we enjoy being based in the UK.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Cool. So, you guys got a lot of tunes on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Out of all of the tunes that are there, in your own opinion, what would you say is your most successful tune? And there's a second part of the question actually.
Okay.
Aside from the one that you thought was your most successful,
Yes.
which tune do you both like the most? Because obviously sometimes we may do a tune.
Yes.
It might be one tune might be successful, but there might be another tune that you really like. It might be different. It could be the same tune. So
I think that we've actually done research on this actually. So we've actually asked people what. Yeah.
Nice.
So and we had our own opinions on what we thought people would like.
Yeah.
Right.
So that wasn't our personal favorite, but what we thought people would like. So, and it was totally different to what we thought. So it was actual fact. Sleeping Giants was a major one that people liked. So there you go. So Sleeping Giants. Betray was a big one as well, a huge one as well. And Waterfall was a huge one as well.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think that we mentioned any of those when we were saying what tunes that we thought.
No.
Yeah.
No. And you talk about numbers game on the YouTube, I think Betray is the highest that we've got. It's like over 10,000 plays.
Right.
That's the highest that we've actually got on our YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
So successfully, that would be the biggest.
That would be it.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So if you were to guess or give your opinion on what made those tunes successful, what would you say that is in your own opinion? If you have any thoughts on that?
I just think it was a solid concept on a solid beat. That's what we had at that time. So I think those two that we had together, including our sound together, made it that good. I think that's what it probably was.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'll speak from my own opinion. Sleeping Giants really got me here because when I heard that tune, I just imagine myself on the road.
Yeah.
I just imagine myself on. There are certain tunes that I hear that when I hear them, I imagine myself at Carnival.
Yeah.
Or I imagine myself in a club. Or imagine myself dancing with a girl. And I'm just like, I want that tune to be playing when I'm there. So Sleeping Giants for me was just it. A lot of your tracks I enjoy, but I think in my opinion, I think that's one of the reasons why Sleeping Giants resonated with a lot of people. Anyway, moving on. Get out of my fanboy.
Okay.
So we have both you guys having heritage in the Caribbean islands. So could you tell us a little bit about your experience, if any, going back home? What you found it like? Was it a thing where I, for instance, was born in Trinidad but raised here. So with regards to the contact that you've had with, where your heritage lies, could you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm probably a little bit more different than him.
Okay.
I was born in Dominica, spent time in Montserrat, spent time in Antigua, spent time in Jamaica.
Okay.
I came here when I was 13, so I spent a good amount of childhood in the Caribbean. And I go back regularly. Not too much has changed in Dominica, to be fair. So last time I went was 2015. I loved it, amazing. was meant to go back 2017,
Right.
and then the hurricane
Yes.
mashed up my island.
Yeah.
Mashed up the house I was gonna stay in.
Yeah.
Not happy. I was not happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it's big shame.
Yes.
Shame. It's affected a lot of islands. Dominica did take
a big hit.
take a bit, but I have heard that they. I've spoken to some people within the tourism industry. There's things being put in place to push it forward.
Yes.
And get things up and running again. So God willing.
Yes.
God willing.
I'll be there again.
Yeah, man.
And me, the last time I went to St. Lucia was probably about maybe like 13 years ago now. It's been a long time. But there is no rush for me, I guess. I was always waiting for a certain time to make sure that I want to go back. So, but yeah, that's where I was born and raised here. Been to St. Lucia maybe like 2 or 3, 4 times since when I was younger, but it's been a while since I've been back. But yeah, I keep in contact. My granddad lives out there as well. He always comes down here as well, so we've always got a place to stay out there.
It's always nice.
Yes, it is always nice to know that. But yeah, most of my heritage has been here, and the contact that I've had with St. Lucian people and Dominican people and all Caribbean people that live in the UK.
So they've got a new, well, I call it a new sound. I don't know, it might be an old sound. They got this Dennery segment music coming out.
Yeah.
Are we likely to hear any Dennery segment?
Yeah, whoa.
Like, you know?
We could, you know. I mean, we're so versatile in that sense. If we hear a beat that we like in that sort of genre, definitely.
But I think the sound that we're trying to work with now, maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah.
You never know, because
know.
we love music.
Yeah.
We love music.
Different genres.
Yes.
Cool. Some of the places that you've performed.
Yes.
So, again, during some of the research, looked up, saw like, okay, so where have these guys been?
Yeah.
And, we're seeing you perform here, we're seeing you perform there. You guys are putting in a lot of work, so could you tell us where you guys have performed while you've been in the group that you're in at the moment?
Okay.
Just so people can get an idea of how much work you're putting in, where you've been.
Yes.
So many places.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So many places.
Still not enough for me though.
Yeah, no.
It's true.
True. But I mean, Notting Hill.
Yeah.
Go on, let's take
Reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reading.
Preston.
Right.
Isle of Wight.
Isle of Wight is a good
That
one.
I didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isle of Wight is a good one.
Manchester.
Yeah.
Go on.
Dayton.
Yes.
They got Carnival down there, right?
Yeah.
We do,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Huddersfield, which is close to Dayton.
Yeah.
Yes.
Done that. Go on.
Any other?
Bristol.
Okay.
Bristol. Forgot about Bristol.
Bristol, loved Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
all the carnivals though. We're just talking about carnivals,
Yes.
and there's lots of different shows.
Yes, that we've done across
performed at
London.
as well. And,
Yes.
Performed in the Soca Monarch when it was running
Yes.
as well.
Flags
so,
event.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's all on our Insta, on our YouTube. It's
Yes.
all on our YouTube. Yeah.
Yes.
So with all that travelling, are there any memorable highlights that you'd care to share? Any funny stories?
Last year we went to Preston,
Okay.
and he has been driving forever.
I was
He's been
wondering
driving
I was going to say this
forever.
story, but
But I got my license a couple of years ago. He's never seen me drive. So on the way back, I get in the seat and he is nervous because he's never seen me drive. But it's an automatic. I'm like, come on, man, it's all right. Like, but we made it back in one piece. I wasn't bad. I thought I was good. But on the way back, it's pointing. I'm like, do this, do that. I'm like, I've been driving for a couple of years. I'm all right. But that was cool. That was fun. That was fun.
Nice.
yeah,
So, with your process putting your music together, are there any times where you experience any disagreements? You might have an idea to go in one direction.
Yes.
And how do you work that? How do you work that out amongst yourselves? Do you end up doing everything, or do you say we'll do this now and then next time you got it? Or
I think it's a bit of both. Like it is a bit of both. Sometimes we'll say, you know what, don't really like this idea, so therefore we're not gonna do it. Sometimes we'll be like, okay, well we like this idea, but I'm not feeling this part, or I'm not feeling that part. Let's tweak it so that we're both happy.
Yeah.
So I think most of the time we haven't had any major disagreements in that sense. We're always looking to compromise, and more time we always come up with an idea that the other person likes anyway. So, or an idea that it can be changed in order to fit the both of us as well, because we are two individuals, so we've got two different understandings. So
That's it.
yeah, I think that's how it works.
Democracy.
Yeah, it has to be.
Respect and compromise.
I like
Respect
it, I
and
like
compromise.
Okay, so
Yes.
on your SITV interview, big up SITV by the way.
Yes.
Volcano Jr., you said that this was a while back, you said if you don't blow up in 2 years, you're done. That video is still floating around on the internet.
It is.
It is. It is.
But these are the things that make for interesting stories, because most success doesn't happen in a straight line.
It's true.
So
it's true.
While we were looking into that, we saw a Facebook post that basically said, after that, after deep thought, we've decided to disband and no longer create music.
It's true.
Thanks for all the support, because you had a lot of fans, a lot of following. You said every social page except for the YouTube channel is going to be shut down. So at that point in time, obviously I saw that years ago myself. I've always wondered what was it that drove or motivated that decision at that point in time. For you guys.
I think the main thing would be frustration.
Okay.
Frustrated at the scene, frustrating at our progression, not feeling like we were really getting somewhere music wise. So I think that just sort of boiled over to the point where we were just like, you know what,
Let's take a break.
maybe we take a little break, see how we feel about the scene, our love for the music, and we can make a decision in some time. Which we did, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
We did. We took some time, went away from it, came back and realized that we loved it. We loved it.
So we didn't share this with anyone, but and I don't know if he told you, during that interview with Terradan, off camera, I basically said, we're gonna get some new artists, some more artists to come up, do some interviews, etc. I mentioned some names. I said it's a shame that we can't get Lutenants here, because we'd love to get them on. And then Terradan out of nowhere says, watch this space. Lutenants here. I was like, seriously? And I was like, I say nothing. And you guys can check out the Terradan interview. That was a little while back. So you guys obviously were talking about it. People knew about it. Not everyone knew about it, but people knew that you were thinking about, or perhaps were already putting things in place. What actually was the tipping point for you to say, you know what, we're gonna push through and get back out there and
try
start
again.
Start making music.
I think it was just because we took a while to make the decision. We didn't rush it, and we wanted to make sure that we could also live our personal lives as well, like our work lives and stuff as well, because there's sacrifices that you have to make in terms of being an artist, and we needed to make sure that we were willing to make that sacrifice. And put in the dedication and the time to be artists into our work lives as well. So I think like after a set, I'm not sure, maybe it's like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, maybe. We came together again and we decided that we did miss it at the end of the day. It was a love for the music that we was doing it for. And we did miss doing that and being a part of that, and we was always happy to do that. So I think that was the major tipping point when we started to speak, to know that we both missed it. Because I did say that to him, like, I remember when we did disband, I remember saying to him, like, when we do come back, you need to tell me whether you do enjoy doing it because it's within your heart, or whether it's actually gone out of you. And when we came back, he did say to me that I do miss it because you used to make videos and all this. We couldn't get away from the music as
Yes,
such. So
yes.
we knew that it wasn't something that we could just disband. Like it was going to be something that was going to be returned to.
Yes.
Yeah, music certainly it provides a lot of challenges.
Yes.
But it's actually obviously the enjoyment of doing it that keeps
Yeah.
you going
Yes.
through the hard times, but obviously the enjoyment of the good times
Yes.
as well. So
I want to big up Terror because this is like, he's fresh monarch.
Yes.
You know, and he's talking to us like, guys, you lot are sick. You lot need to come back. You know, so Terror is a major factor, as well as our manager and our management team. Like, he was a major factor in saying, you know what, maybe, you know, we can come back. Yeah.
I saw you guys on the Soca Cypher.
Yeah.
That was, again, go YouTube. YouTube these guys, Google these guys. They've got a lot of wicked content out there. The Soca Cypher was it was banging. Really enjoyable, and talented. You know, really talented as well, because you guys were just spitting lyrics.
Yeah.
And it was an interesting concept as well, obviously, because cyphers usually are associated with hip hop, where this was more Caribbean based, but it demonstrated the talent that you guys can pull out when you're ready. So and you know, when people see rehearsed performances, a lot of the time that it can be easy to forget that there's real off the cuff talent, the ability to perform at the click of a finger. That a lot of artists have that. Really enjoyable. Watch it, check it out. So, what is your opinion of the soca scene at the moment? Has it changed in between the time you took a break and now? Has it stayed the same? Are there any improvements that you think you'd like to see in order to help move things forward?
I think we was talking about this, and we were saying things like, with the use of technology now, there's more of a way for artists that wasn't heard before to get themselves heard. So in that sense, it's a lot easier for artists who may have found it hard to go to a studio and have everything recorded and have someone push it out for them, to be able to do that themselves now to get it out. So I think in that sense, it's really good to hear all these different artists from all over the world on all different Caribbean islands that you can hear, that are different genres of soca as well, that we can hear. But I think the difficulty is of trying to grab the whole Caribbean together as a community together to the whole genre itself, to sort of push this genre together as a collective, because I think there are a lot of sub-genres within Caribbean culture, and they're all appreciated as well within our own community, but with outside the community it might not be as appreciated as such. So I think like maybe the narrative of pushing our genre as a collective together might be easier for people to understand Caribbean music itself. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think in terms of opportunities for artists, we may think it's not more, but I think there is more opportunities now than there were in like 2014. We think of there are shows now happening abroad. Berlin's coming into play, and Soca Mazar, and people going to Greece and Ibiza. So in terms of opportunities to perform, display your talent, that has grown a lot. So hopefully, you know, we can use,
we
can use those opportunities.
I
hear that. And if there was one thing that you could change to assist driving the soca scene in the direction that you think it should go, what would you say that one thing would be?
Go on.
I think it's the way that the music is released.
Okay.
If you look at, I'm into grime, so grime art is released now, and the video's released, and you click the description and the download link to purchase the song is right there.
Okay.
Some of us are still releasing music, and it's taken quite a while for it to get on iTunes and Google Play. I think we have to maybe try and improve that a touch.
Okay.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
It's easy saying that. It's hard doing it. But hopefully, we as lieutenants will try and lead the way in that'll be something that we'll try to do moving forward.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I would basically say the same. I think if we were to do that, it would help us to show the other people that this is the way to do it, and we're trying to do it in an official way in terms of like how the other artists are doing it as well. So no, I fully agree.
Okay, cool. All right, so we've gone from who you are, what you've done, why you took a bit of a hiatus, which I've always wondered. I'm glad you guys are back. Let's talk about what you guys are doing now. So now you're back. What can we look forward to from Lutenants, the artists? Where can we, not only where can we find you, obviously, but where can we expect to see you in the near future?
The sound, we're trying to be honest with ourselves and merge all the experiences and the influences that we have, that we take on. So the sound to some people is gonna slightly differ, but it should still retain that Caribbean influence, but also we're based here in the UK. We love the UK music, so it's gonna have that influence also. So look out for our singles Work. It's available right now. Paradise as well, big single.
First
check
single
it out
for 2018.
Yes. Please check it out.
All right.
Work is free download.
So
Paradise you can purchase. So
freeness, can't argue with that.
support us as well.
Where can we keep in touch with you guys? Like what's rocking on social media and YouTube? Where can we keep direct contact with what you guys are doing and where you guys are going to be?
I mean, our Insta is pretty popping right now. So we got our Insta,
What's it again?
Lutenants. Gotta plug it, Lutenants. Gotta say it to plug it. But our Insta is really up there. Our YouTube now is gaining momentum as well, which is Lutenants TV as well. Please search that up on YouTube. And we also got our Facebook group as well, which is Lutenants as well.
Find us on SoundCloud as well.
Lutenants SoundCloud now. And then obviously now we're releasing our new songs. We're going to be on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and things like that as well. So hopefully we'll be a lot on social media.
So that's where people can find you. We're going to leave it there. However, if it's okay, I'd like to bring you guys back for another interview. Would that be all right?
Love that.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We are with
Lutenants.
Right. It's been a wicked interview. I'd just like to say I'm glad you guys are back.
Thank you.
There was a big gap in the soca scene with you guys not there, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have got.
Yes, thank you. Thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So, hope you've enjoyed it. This is Garvey Campbell with Lutenants, and we'll see you next time. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Carnevale Network, on Twitter at CarnevaleNet, and check out our website, carnevalenetwork.co.uk.